I think Jorgensen going into the season automatically is our number one.
For me, I believe when Enzo said defensively we have a problem, he was referring to Madrid.
I would give him a 6. He made some pretty decent passes and all of that, but I'm sure I expected more from him.
Yesterday, Enzo Maresca started Jorgensen. No, I think Jorgensen actually played full time.
Yeah.
And I remember we sat here and then we actually we said we wanted to see each of these keepers play or goalkeepers play full time. Yesterday that happened. Yeah. Actually, I observed something, but then we are going to be discussing, or reviewing the individual players and their ratings in this particular episode. As usual, I have my man GH Amando in the building, and also, as usual, the photographer extraordinaire
Snap
is in the building. All right, myself, Prince Abdan, Prince of Chelsea. So, guys, thank you very much, and you are welcome to the channel once more. We are talking about our game against Real Madrid. It wasn't a bad defeat. It wasn't a humiliating defeat. Even on a normal day, you can play well and Real Madrid will still score you 2-1.
Yeah.
So for me, I mean,
they are the champions of Europe. Everybody knows that.
We are not saying that they are better, but we know what we are talking about. All right, so let's talk about try quickly and touch on the highlights and some of the players who really impressed and all of that while rating them at the same time.
Yeah.
Jorgensen, how was his performance for you?
I think Jorgensen going into the season automatically is our number one.
You think so?
Absolutely.
Wow. Okay.
He's fit for the system.
Okay.
I think he's the right man for the system. He's the one who will be doing the build up. The build-up is always going to start from him.
Okay.
And I think he showed that yesterday.
All right. So what would you rate his performance yesterday?
Very good. He also made some couple of good saves. So I think I'll give him 7.5.
7.5
for yesterday.
Well, I think he was good yesterday, especially seeing that he has just come into the club, his confidence level and all of that. So I would give him a 7 because give or take, he gave us some very good performance and he made some very wonderful.
Well, for me, I would still love to see a lot more from him. I would want to see going forward when he really gets himself together. Yeah. And I think I'll give him a 6.5. Yeah. Let's look at the the defense. Yesterday we played. I think we played the same 4-2-3-1. 3-1, yeah. Yes, and we had Badiashile and Cowell in the center defense. We also had Gusto as well and James at the other end. Yeah. Let's start from James. How did you see gets in 20 seconds? How did you?
Okay, Rhys James still has a lot to do.
Yeah.
He
being the captain of the team.
Captain of the team. I always say, he has a leadership problem, which he needs to work on. He doesn't talk. He doesn't shout. Yeah. As a leader, you need to make your players feel that.
Give them morale. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. But he doesn't do any of that. So I think Rhys James still has a lot to learn as a leader.
Okay. Yesterday's game, what would you rate him?
I'll give him probably 5.5.
5.5.
Because he was also part of the problem.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, personally, I think that he wasn't like usual of the preseason. He wasn't too involved. I don't know if he's scared of injuries or all of that. So his performance yesterday was just like the previous ones also as well. He did. I'll give him a 5.5.
For me, I'll give him a 5 because Rhys James, I feel he was very slow. He was very sluggish. He was not bothered too much with what was happening, And as I said earlier, most of the balls passed through his head, between him and Cowell. And that has been a challenge because you should be. Though he also muzzled up against a couple of Vinny and some. Yeah. So, but then I think he has to do that more. So I'll give him a 5 as well. Right. Yes. Now let's come to Cowell. Cowell was playing at the right side of the defense yesterday.
Defense.
What did you see compared to previously playing at the left side of the center defense? I think yesterday he did a little bit better on the right side than usually on the left. Yes, but what do you think? Quickly.
I think between him and Badiashile, he was the best, the better one. Yeah. Exactly. I think his aggressive was a bit up there than Badiashile. So I think Cowell we still need, I don't know. Like I said, there's still a lot to do defensively.
We need a, like for this can't be our defense.
main defense.
We can't trust this.
We can't
defense.
have that.
No,
we
it's
cannot
not.
trust this
It's
defense
not.
going into the
We
season.
need a Rudiger kind of like
Exactly.
fearful person in the defense.
I don't know whether Disasi can do it.
He has that physique.
That physique
and but
the
now he's not.
aggressiveness.
He said he's training, but
Yes,
he's
so
not fit
let's.
yet.
I think maybe it's because of this. Players they are also relaxed
Yeah.
going into the season.
Yeah,
But
let's see what happens.
hopefully,
Let's see what happens.
something will change.
Cole
Cole, I'll rate him 6. He was the best
in the back.
defense. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I would give him a 6 too because I felt like there's been progress from previous games and now, and I'm hoping that if it continues in that tone or tune, and I'm sure we are going to get the best.
For me, I'll give Cole a 5 because he was sluggish. Yes, he did better, but like where we want to see these guys, they are not really putting themselves there.
Yeah.
Look at how strong and tall Badiashile is, but you behave like you I don't get it. So I'll give him a 5. Let's come to Badiashile.
The inconsistent man.
No, but yesterday I actually feel Badiashile wasn't, though he wasn't a lot involved because a lot of the balls weren't passing through his end, but he was quite stable. I didn't see him commit a lot of mistakes.
No.
But for the goal he should have cleared, I didn't see him like really
Okay,
miss a lot of.
so I wish there was a video analyzer here or a video where we could stand on the board. Hopefully, the future. I would have tell you that both goals came from him. Both goals.
How?
He was part of the build up to the first goal as well.
How?
Yes, the ball passed through Coles and between Cole and Rhys James.
Rhys James.
Yes, that's fine. But he was. Maybe he was the leader in the defense. Like he was the one who watches everything.
Yeah.
So he should have been quicker.
to clear it.
Just quicker. And after that, when the ball ricochets somebody, they recircle it to the other side, and then the guy played a shot. It takes somebody before it fell nicely to what's the name? Vasquez to just play the shot. I'm talking about the first goal.
I get a point you're trying to make, but
he was still standing.
We cannot. I know, like for defense, you are supposed to work together.
Yeah.
But then the main people to blame for that goal wasn't what's the name? Badiashile.
Yeah, maybe you have a point.
He could have helped. He could have helped.
Yes,
and which he didn't do. But what I mean to say is that places where he himself committed, because we've seen that in previous. Because I know that I get the point you're making. Because when your other your counterpart is not there, you are supposed to fill in for him.
Yeah. That was what Amanda was actually.
That's one, but that is not the point I'm making.
Okay.
What I meant was that he didn't actually commit mistakes himself.
That one, there's a fact.
But the second goal was his mistake.
No, that's what I said. Except for that,
Right,
he didn't
right.
actually maybe because in some of the games we actually saw him actually make mispasses and then they scored from that.
Yeah.
That was what our problems are many. So if we want to discuss them, probably we might have to discuss them sector by sector.
Okay.
For example, covering and also personal mistakes and all of that.
That's
so I don't disagree with what he's saying.
Yeah.
Every person in that defense will be held responsible for in one way or the other. But if we want to look at it in that regard, we would have to do a lot of talking.
All right.
So what would you rate Badiashile?
Okay, 5.
5. I think
Yeah,
5.
I'll give him a 5 too.
For me, I think I'll give him a 5 too. Yes,
Give him a 5 too.
They were all of the same, best of the same feathers.
One mother bond.
Let's go to Gusto.
Gusto. I love Gusto.
But are you seeing that Enzo is trying to shift him to the left?
Maybe because he still wants to see more from Rhys James going into the season.
What I think is that kind of works for Enzo, but if Kuku is available, what then happens?
Maybe there might be switches and other
if
stuff.
Kukurela come, simple. Rhys James will either play center defense or be on the bench.
So try that now.
That's the point. That's why I'm even making this analogy. You get it?
Rhys James is already doing that too. The center back and then the right back, he's combining the two.
Okay.
So there's
that
no
makes
problem.
sense.
No
That makes
problem.
sense.
What do you rate?
Yeah, so Malo Gusto is 5.5.
Yeah,
he didn't really defensively. He didn't work. He only did his best doing the inverting attacking.
And I think that's because that was another rule. So he was switching and then relying on the defenders.
I think
I want to give him a 6.
I think he's good. He was good.
I want to give him a 6.
And I'll give him a 6.5 because like Gusto did very well.
Yeah,
he actually even in the midfield he did a lot of work.
Yes.
Coming to the defense, I saw him really run back to save a lot of balls from coming, and that's why I said he actually helped Badiashile from making so many mistakes. So for me, I think he actually did very well. Let's get to the midfield.
Romeo Lavia was okay yesterday. You know, he played only the first half.
I think and some bit of the second half.
So I think usually I've since the preseason started, I mean, he's been consistent.
Yeah. And I think we can't fall. I didn't see any.
He has to be the main man for the midfield going into the season.
Going into the season.
Yes.
We keep saying this.
6.5 because he.
Well, I'll give him a 6.5 too, because I think he was very instrumental in a lot of the decisions.
I'll give Lavia a 7, though he didn't play full time because, like, as we keep saying, like he carries the midfield on his shoulder.
Yeah.
He makes sure that things happen. Yes. You know, so for me, I think he's going forward. I agree that he should be the main man for the center midfield. Now let's look at his pairing with Enzo Fernandez. I think it kind of worked because one is a bit quicker and the other is a bit, so they kind of complement each other. Yeah. I don't know what
Enzo was a bit ahead of him.
Yes, in front
of the midfield. So I think Enzo was okay yesterday. I think one of his best games in the preseason. Yeah. So he made an assist as well. So a nice game, and like we said in the previous video, he only needs to work on a few things. He'll be okay. All right. So I'll give him 6.5.
I would give him a 6. He made some pretty decent passes and all of that, but I'm sure I expected more from him. Knowing that he has just come into, but I think
I'll give him a 6 as well. Yeah, he should be one of the guys that's like should be feared in the midfield. But yesterday we didn't really see a lot of that. Yeah. Now let's move to the forward. We had Sterling start at the left side. We had Nkunku in the middle, and then we have Madu Eke on the right side. He's Nigerian, right?
Yeah.
So I think the name is Madu Eke, and they say Madu Eke.
So you think?
All right, Madu Eke. Yes. And now let's start from his side. Yeah. What did you make of Madu Eke's performance?
Average. As usual, off and on kind of player. I 1 minute he's super, then the other minute, next minute he's struggling. 1v1 with Garcia, he couldn't pass. Oh, Charlie. He would pick the ball and then come and crash him.
Fall down.
It was bad.
Right.
So 50-50 for me.
What would you rate him?
5.5 yesterday.
Well, I'm tempted to give him a 6.5 because I felt like at least he scored the goal and he made some pretty good advancements. It's just that his decision to quickly give the ball when it's supposed to leave his legs is a problem.
For me, I believe when Enzo said defensively we have a problem, he was referring to Madueke.
Exactly.
Because he's one of the people who is not helping us defensively.
He'll lose the ball
and then you stand there and he'll be walking he's going for a fashion show.
That's actually a big problem.
He has to do a lot more.
Yes.
I think it's the feeling that yes, I'm a star player or and so I can you have to just like what's the name? Lavia is equally a star player.
Yeah.
He is getting involved every time. When we lose a ball, he's up and running, chasing to defend. True. So we have to get a lot more. So I think I'll give him a 6. Now let's come to Nkunku.
Nkunku, he's suffering. I want to he needs somebody to complement his work.
To help him.
Yes, but he doesn't get it from any of the forward line. I can't wait for him to play with Palmer. I mean, it will be amazing.
It will be amazing to watch. It will be amazing to watch.
He always come down, to play with. His midfielders get forward again, but he doesn't get much help going forward. So I think, though he was decent yesterday, he could have done better. Yeah, so I'll give him a 6.
Okay.
Yes, I would give him a 6-2 because I felt like he was involved a bit, but then there were a lot of chances he could have created more than he
Especially
did.
the pass Sterling gave, the cut in Sterling gave across the goal. He could have just
slide
down
or something. Yes.
And I think that is the agency we need from our squad. Right. Like they play as if like they like nothing is I don't know how to.
But I'm still hopeful if Palmer is in, Jackson is forward, and then he's behind, and then.
But these guys have to start showing how.
That's true.
But
that's true.
Because you can't just wake up and say because it's preseason then everything will change.
Not involved so much. Yeah, that's true.
So basically they have to start. All right. So what you say you give him 6?
6. I
think I'll give Nkunku a 6.5. For me, like players that are really really hardworking like that, they are very helpful when the system helps. Like their play, they are very, very, very important.
Proactive.
Yeah. So let's look at
Sterling.
Senior man Sterling.
Sterling.
Senior man Raheem Sterling.
Walk and do his buttocks like.
Hazard is a good imitator of Sterling. But Sterling was a bit off yesterday. As usual, he'll give you a good performance today. The next you have him, so he wasn't at his best yesterday at all. I don't know what was wrong with him, but he even at the start of the game he even looked not too happy, not too involved and all of that. So I'll give him a 5.5.
Sterling was like, my problem with Sterling is that he overdoes things. Simple things he will complicate it for himself. I don't get it. You see. The people you are playing with, they are also intelligent.
Yeah.
So if you try to they'll read and know what you are going to do.
Yeah.
So the moment you go left, right, release the ball.
Especially
don't go and come back and go again and come back. You yourself, you get tired and they'll take the ball from you.
You said something. He kept beating himself.
Be himself. You go and then you come and then you the player. You've not been able to be the player. You turn yourself around and you are going again. For me, I think I'll give him a 5. He wasn't really. The point is that he is good. But he's not doing the right things.
Yeah.
I think I agree with you. He's like I always say, as an experienced player, you need to live an exemplary life for the rest of them. But he doesn't do that. He overdoes things and then he messed himself up at the end. So I think he should be, he should be. Proving us wrong.
He should improve.
So I think I'll give him 5.
5. That's great. Now the Maguire.
I didn't really see much of him. Like I said in the previous video, he felt the presence of Rudiger and then Eder Militao. So as a young chap like that, I'll pardon him for now because he met the best centre half duo in the world at the moment. In Militao and then Rudiger. So even though he got a couple of good movements and even shots as well on target as well. So I think I'll give him 6. He could have done better though.
I wanted to give him a 4, but your comment has informed my decision to try and then pardon him a bit. It's just that I felt like sometimes you have to assume a role when you are given it. That's the only way you can prove yourself so much more. So you see that now you are playing for Chelsea. Psychologically, it helps if you know that, okay, let me not fear these guys because I'm also in a badge or in a shirt that speaks a lot. This is a message giver. So let me also be at my best. Let me not fear what they are going to do. After all, I'm also here to prove a point. So I felt like he should have been more involved. I didn't really see him so much yesterday. But because of your comment, I got to realize that these guys know what they are doing much more than he knows what he's doing because of the amount of exposure he has not had or he has had and all of that. So I would pardon him and give him a 5.5.
For me, I think he's not there yet.
No,
he's not. He has not reached that level where we want him to be for the team going forward.
Yes.
As you said earlier on, his experience is not there.
Yeah.
And I think that is the bigger challenge. He is like, yesterday he played as if he was afraid. Like he wasn't really.
No, he was really afraid. Like he said.
So I think I'll give him a 5.5.
Yeah.
Because I think going forward, he should be on the bench and then learn a lot from the likes of Jackson and all of that to get more experience.
Yes.
And then I think that will boost his confidence and give him that edge going forward. So we had what's the name?
Dewsbury
Hall came in. To be honest, I didn't actually see him the whole time.
I mean, myself.
I didn't even know he came in until I watched the game again. Because that side, I think I was on my phone, so I didn't see the substitution coming in. And in the game, I didn't see him.
The time he was substituted, I don't know how he even came into, but then I just saw that there was a scoreboard, and then there was a board,
I saw that he came in.
It was Madrid players.
He came in for, I think, what's the name? Gu. He came in for Magu. No, he came in for Magu.
Okay.
Yes, and then what's the name? Nkunku rather went up a little bit.
Yes.
Though we all know he's not a favorite playing there, but he went there and then he played back. So basically, I think that was it. I didn't see him coming in. Caicedo came in for Lavia. Yes. So what would you rate Dewsbury Hall?
I didn't see him. So I'll just give him a 4
for coming into the
coming into the game.
Exactly, I'll give you 4.5. Yeah, I actually saw him. He was more involved.
I saw him.
Yeah, he was more involved
on the right side.
At the right side.
Yeah. Later when I watched, I saw him.
So I'll give him 4.5.
Yeah, I think I'll give him
much.
I'll give him a 4.5. 5 fish. 4.5 fish as well. Now let's look at Caicedo.
Yes.
Caicedo came in for Lavia.
Yeah.
And for me, I think I was impressed with the substitution because we said here that all of them cannot play. So it's either Lavia is there or one of these midfielders is there. What would you?
Yeah, because I mean, when Caicedo came in, I felt this is the player. He does the pressing a lot.
A lot.
And he distract whoever is trying to build up from the.
But he also falls short of the pace Lavia has. The quick nature of Lavia.
Yeah, it's true. But I mean,
he also has his style of
play. He driving forward. He also has the power. And then,
so what would you rate him?
I'll give him 5.
But I think he also played his part, and then for the given time and all of that, I would want to give him a 5.5.
Yeah, I think
though he wasn't decisively passing the balls well, but I think he played his part.
I think it has been a team problem. A lot of our players were very, soft. Were very sluggish. They weren't really. They didn't want to prove anything. So I think I'll give him a 5 as well. I mean, midfield is a very serious business. So I think he should, going forward, he should be able to, play like the Caicedo we want him to play. Yeah. And now we also had Modric coming in for Raheem Sterling.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I feel Modric was a bit
better.
better.
Yeah,
like you could see that he was eager to do something. I don't know what you made of his performance.
I agree with you. Even from the moment he came in, he started running. He started running.
He was a bit pacey too yesterday.
Yes. So I think, and even defensively,
he was good.
He made some recoveries.
Yes. I saw
think that yesterday was better from Modric, and then we need more of that. Going forward. So I think I'll give him 6. He affected a lot. In the game. Yeah. The early stages of the.
I think he actually had a short self.
He had a short. It didn't go. It was above the bar.
Yeah.
Yes, and so for that, and then other things he did, I just felt like he was involved, and then he did well. So I want to give him a 6.
Right. I think I'll give him a 6 as well. It was good. Yeah. One other point I actually wanted to make. You see, the issue with Magu is that he's good. It's just that he needs some time. You know the goal. He was involved in the goal.
Yeah, he was.
Because the ball came from Sterling. Sterling lifted the ball because he was in between two players. He gave a one-touch pass to Enzo.
Yes, to Enzo.
And Enzo crossed the ball. So the way he gave the pass, I was very, very impressed.
Yeah.
So I just feel that he needs some time, and with time he'll come to the table and he'll be able to perform.
And also help from his wingers and the midfielders. Yeah. They should give him the ball. It's
balls,
like
they don't see him at all. They don't see him. They don't trust him. That's what I mean to say. I think Fofana also came in. Fofana came in for Reece James.
Yeah.
I think yesterday he was a bit solid. He was better yesterday.
I think Snap is saying it. They still feel they still play like they are afraid, of injuries and all that.
Fofana was quite good
yesterday. He was strong in his challenges.
I think he was even pushing people. So I think I'm glad to see him.
And that position is actually for him. That's his best position. Okay. The right center defense stroke right back. That's his best position. So I think moving forward, even if Reece James is not around and Malo Gusto is to play to play at the left, then definitely
he will take that place. All right. Okay, guys. Okay, Enzo.
Maresca. Oh, he did well.
He did well. I think basically that's it.
Yeah, even the
that's it.
substitution
He did
was
well.
on
He
point,
did
so.
well. All right, guys. Let us know what you also think about our ratings and what is your rating. I mean, on these players. How did you see them perform? We'll be glad to see your comments in the comment section, and make sure you subscribe if you are just watching for the first time. If you're a Chelsea fan, wherever you find yourself, this is the best Chelsea platform in Africa. Chelsea Tribe Africa. Until the next episode, peace. We out.